meetings. So I want to thank you all so much for coming. I'd like to introduce my very good friend Phil Youngman. Phil's a member at Oak Hill Country Club and a member of the PGA Executive Committee. I'll let him start his presentation, introduce his team, and then after the presentation we'll have some time for discussion and question and answers and all that good stuff. So enjoy, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me, or do I need the microphone? You hear me okay? Good. I'm not as soft-spoken as my brother over here, so I don't wear pink either, so that's okay. So it's true, I can't pull it off. Really appreciate you guys taking the time out to come and hear this. Cobblestone's a very important partner club of Oak Hill for this championship. There are a number of folks here from our tournament committee, and I want to introduce them real quick. Ron Pluta, who's our tournament chairman. Many of you guys know Ron. Jamie Parker, who's, I think, a former legend of one of the infamous ones. Wes Simeon, who I think he stepped out, or did he come back? Wes actually with the PGA, he's moved to Rochester, and he's helping now on site, and will be here now through the end of the championship on the operational side. So we're thrilled that you came to join us as well. And then I'm going to get to a couple things here in a minute, but the PGA, the championship itself, has become so much larger and bigger than it was the last time that it was in Rochester in 2013, and a lot of broader requirements on everything, including community support. And so one of the things that we did when we started this process about 8 months ago is we put together a much broader model and a much broader thought process. So in the past, they've been tournaments at Oak Hill in Rochester, New York. And the whole thought process with this coming PGA Championship is that it is a Rochester event that happens to be hosted at Oak Hill. And if we're going to continue to be able to attract these championships to our community, which is a very, very competitive process now, we really need to think bigger and more broadly than we ever have. So with that, we put together a sales council for hospitality and tickets and partnership type of opportunities that historically was just made up of Oak Hill members, and it was a smaller group, and we reached out to the people that we knew and we tried to sell the chalets that we could sell. This time around, we've engaged members from other clubs around the Rochester area, including Cobblestone, and Jay Barber and Jim Prani serve on that council with us and done a great job helping to engage the community here in a minute. We've made huge strides around that. But I'm here because we're getting closer to really being in a sold-out situation. And as members of one of our partner clubs, it's important, I think, for all of us at Oak Hill to make sure that you all get an opportunity to get the type of experience that you want and that you have an interest in, and not get sized or priced out of that marketplace if you happen to have kind of less demand in terms of, I don't need a 50-person chalet myself, but I potentially have an interest in 2, 4, 6, whatever. We want to be able to provide opportunities for each of you to be able to do that. So I have a real short video that I'm under contract with the PGA that I have to show at any meeting that I do. And because we have a representative here, I have to play it or I'll lose my job. So I'm going to play that, and then there's this whole deck, online deck. Both Jim and Jay have had it sent to them multiple times. I'm sure they don't know how to get it to you. So I'm going to send it to Amy as soon as the meeting's over, and you'll be able to see all this in the morning live. And I'm only going to hit a couple of parts on this. We're going to get through this in about 15 minutes, and then we'll talk further. Before I go there, partner club. So you guys are marshaling the second hole again. Should have gotten that correspondence. you're going to get, it is the second hole, correct? Yeah. You're going to get elevated priority. Your membership will have elevated priority in the registry process for general admissions tickets. Everything's being done via an online registry. Probably already seen some communication around that. You guys are wonderful to our membership championship week, where our members like to come out and have places to play because we have to give up our whole property for the better part of 2 weeks. So that's an important element of this relationship, which we're very grateful for. We'll work on, I think, some ways to perhaps shuttle folks from here to Oak Hill so you don't have to deal with some of the parking issues. That's a TBD out into the future. And this championship's now in May versus in August. And typically, a lot of area clubs in May have inventory availability on their golf course and with respect to events. And so what I'm really hoping is that all of our corporate hospitality buyers will be interested in aggregation of some sort to be able to bring an outing to Cobblestone that championship week, a corporate outing whereby you guys will be able to generate some revenue into your club at a time where typically on a weekday in early to mid-May, it's not a super busy time to play. Let's hope we got much nicer weather than we got today. Okay, so here's the video. Can you hear that? No.
You know, you might be able to put your microphone right by your speaker.
I don't think it's. It was playing out loud earlier.
Well, Phil's working on a technical difficulty.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'll just take a time. I just want to thank Jay and Tom for helping set this up with Neil. You got it?
Yep.
Thank you guys. Good job,
Good job.
Yes, Mike gets paid in big bucks.
Okay, that's it. Wow. Okay, so in this thing, for those of you that know the golf course, there's an area between 14, 15, and 18 where in the past we've sold large chalets, 50, 75, 100 person chalets. That's also where the PGA corporate partners have typically had their folks to entertain clients. That whole wedge area, which is what we call about 30 chalets in there, that is completely sold out, so I'm not going to spend any time showing you that. The other area that we've created a hospitality village in is the area over left of 6, the new number 6 for the rebuilt golf course. We did that in 19, we did that in 13. That area has historically been a place where we sold suites, 30-person suites, kind of a little bit smaller quantity. We're doing that now. We've called that area Club PGA. We're doing that now Those suites are also sold out. Those on this picture, this is just a schematic of it. And the reason I popped this up is so that you can see it. Each of these doors feed into one of those suites that have sold out. Behind those doors, behind those mini suites, is a big area like this room with what's going to be tables in it. The room will be set up so that the tables are more private than what you see in this space. They have some natural dividers. I'll show you another picture here of what the inside of it might look and feel like. And we are selling tables of 12 in that space. We have about 50% of our remaining inventory of those tables still available. That's really the only true corporate hospitality experience that we have remaining in inventory. And again, they're tables of 12. You can share them with one other company so that you can split a table of 12 if you want. And I'm going to pop up the amenities in a second. But out here, there's a deck for all the suite holders to be able to come out and watch live golf. And then this is staircase, there'll be another one on the other backside. And it comes down to a lower deck. So as a table buyer in Club PGA, you would have your own semi-private fixed area to be able to watch golf and not be among the masses in the crowds out on the grounds. So let me, while we're talking, this is a picture, and inside, I know it's bright now because the sun's finally out, but it's a picture of the inside of Club PGA. Very, very nice. You like the inside of this clubhouse. Built very large facility. And you'll see where things are kind of marked off and moved off so that you do have a sense of privacy, but it is more of an open area. If Jim Prani at Woods Oviatt were to have that table right there, there would be a sign on that table that says Woods Oviatt. Only Woods Oviatt folks and their clients would be able to sit at that table. So if there are 12 people who are out watching golf, that table would be empty. It's a private, dedicated space just for them. Okay? It's 12 tickets for each day. So there's a total of 48 tickets over the course of the 4 days of the championship. The practice round days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Club PGA will not be open, but you'll have grounds tickets that you can use so that you can be on property and take in the practice rounds. I've already spoken to some of this. Let me see if I can get that now. I know this is fine print, so I'm just going to kind of go down through this. You can't see it, and I will get this to Amy, this presentation, but it includes your grounds tickets Monday through Wednesday. The Club PGA, we just talked about that. Importantly, for middle of May, this is controlled environment, right? You got a roof over your head, you're indoors. There will be TVs all over the Club PGA, so you'd actually be able to watch golf at your table via television on there. You're right in the middle of the golf course. For those of you that don't know the property all that well, there's an entrance area off of Kilbourne, which is very, very close to where Club PGA is. So as someone that's entering in, you'd be able to get to your hospitality area very, very easily, very, very quickly. And again, I say that because I think it's really important that the full experience of PGA Championship Week is as good as it possibly can be. And so, yes, while you're on property enjoying the golf, that is the biggest piece of it. But how you get in and out of the property, the kinds of things that you're able to do during that week, like be able to bring your clients to play golf in a beautiful place like here, are all part of creating an unbelievable week-long experience for not only yourselves, but whoever it is that you're looking to entertain, be it your fellow employees, your clients, board members, other members of your family, friends from out of town, however you want to use it. It's really important, I think, to focus on the totality of experience. So the table at 12 will also come with preferred parking. Exactly where that preferred parking will be is still being worked through in terms of the amount of parking spots that we're going to need for all of our corporate hospitality buyers. Importantly, if you buy a table and you want to do dual logoed merchandise with PGA and your company, you have to be a corporate hospitality partner in order to have that privilege. Buying a table, it does give you that opportunity if you so desire. And really importantly, and one of the things that's unique about how we've gone about this particular championship is the Ryder Cup is in Bethpage in 2025, and it's impossible to get Ryder Cup tickets. Like, you can go into the lottery, but it's really, really difficult to even get them. As a table buyer, you would be guaranteed access to purchase 2 tickets, 2 all-week passes to the 25 Ryder Cup. Which is a tremendous benefit for the golf enthusiasts down in Bethpage in 25 in a couple years from now. You could do some great things with them. If you were to buy a table, I would tell you, make sure you buy your Ryder Cup all-week passes, because even if you don't want them and you don't want to use them, there's probably somebody that's willing to pay more for them than what you will have paid for them through this process. I don't know if it would fully pay the cost of the table at 12, but you'd be able to take advantage of that. So, okay, so brass tacks, how much is the table at 12? Okay, the table at 12 is $62,500, which is an all-inclusive experience. It includes all of your food, all of your beverage, all of your liquor and alcohol. This will be the same setup, food and beverage-wise, as are in all of the chalets. So it is truly a corporate hospitality chalet level of experience for those that participate in this. One of the reasons why I wanted to come here and talk to you guys is, and this is where we'll try and engage the club to help out if there's interest. We're coming across a lot of folks that want to be able to do a hospitality experience, maybe only for a day or two. Maybe they don't need all 12, but they're interested in, I would love to get 4 on Thursday and 4 on Saturday. Friday and Sunday I'm going to stay home, I don't want a deal, or vice versa, whatever sort of increment. The answer to that generally is no, we're selling tables and they're week long and tables at 12. And we're going to sell out of them, and so that's what we have remaining available. In this room, if amongst the membership there is interest in varying quantities on varying days, and you guys can kind of find a way to come together and get organized, and that's where I think the club can help facilitate. The club can buy the table. It would be a Cobblestone Creek table, but before the club were even buy the table, they would know that Mr. Chula's got 6 on Friday, and Mr. Burns got 8 on Saturday, Mr. Wilmot's got 4 on Thursday, and somehow through all that, you kind of add up to the 12 tickets each of the days. And so for those that want to have a hospitality experience, an elevated experience, but don't have the means and capacity or the need for a 12 person and don't have the budget capacity for shelling out $62,500 out of their own budgetary. It's a way to do that, and we're bringing this to our partner clubs in the context of really trying to find ways that we can deliver the experience that anybody at one of these clubs would want to have. So we've been here. We were at CCR yesterday. Roddick, the club itself, has already purchased a table and is doing this model. And I think Monroe's going to do it. I'm pretty sure CCR is going to do it after last night. So I wanted to just kind of bring it and make it available to you guys. And also just thank you for your support. A number of you are already corporate hospitality and chalet buyers. I know Mr. Barber is, and Mr. Bronny is, and I think there's probably some others in here. Very, very appreciative of that. We have already significantly surpassed corporate hospitality revenue from where we were in 2013. And I don't say that to brag, I say that from the standpoint of this is a community-wide event, and it's Rochester's kind of Super Bowl week. We get a chance to do this about once every 10 years. We'd love to see that be able to continue for this town, but Oak Hill can't do it on its own. And one of the reasons why the PGA keeps coming back is not just because of Oak Hill, but it's because of the whole community's willingness to support championship golf. The volunteers sell out instantly. Tickets are going to sell out. Corporate hospitality sells out. Folks that have hotels in town, people that avail their other golf courses, there's just a tremendous amount of interest and support. And so we're trying to do what we can as a club to work with the clubs that have worked with us. So let me stop there and take a question.
Phil, how many tables are available?
In the current design, 50. I think there's about 15 to 20 left. It's a really big, it's a big club area.
Wait, what was the question?
How many tables are in that club PGA?
How many tables are available? 15 right now. Yeah, 15 available.
There's about 15 to 20 available, and it's really the only thing that we have left. We are going to sell. We're building cottages, a couple of cottages along Chapin Way as you pull in, just near the tennis courts. We are building 2 cottages there. Those will be made available for corporate hospitality chalets. If you have that kind of size interest, I'm happy to talk to you about that further. We haven't finalized what that's going to completely look like. There's only 2 of them. But they're probably going to be 50 to 75 person chalets, and they'll be sold at a premium because they're right there on property. All right, do you see a question back there? No?
Catering, food service available?
Catering and food service, and one additional.
Yeah, no. So within Club PGA, it's a really elevated food open bar experience. Unlike being in your own corporate chalet out in the wedge, if you wanted to do some things different as it relates to your food and beverage lineup, the table product and experience doesn't allow you the opportunity to do that. But I don't want you to think that you're getting a bare bones solution, because it's really nice. The base level is really nice. PGA just went to Delaware North as their catering partner, and I think they're excited about that, and it's going to be a much better experience than they've had in the past. So the PGA is in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and next month. Tulsa it'll be the 4th PGA Championship in the history of the PGA to go to Tulsa. They're the first club to have done it 4 times. In 23, we're doing it for the 4th time. We'll be only the 2nd club in the country that's had 4 PGA championships.
Any other questions?
Do you want to talk about number 2, the marshalling at all? Do you want to mention anything?
We can.
Yeah.
So you guys will be the whole marshalling club for the 2nd hole. We're very grateful to that. The decisions around those have been different than they've been in the past, so we're thrilled that we're able to extend that again. The registration process to volunteer will come out via a separate link. So if you're wanting to volunteer as a hole marshal as part of Cobblestone, wait for the special link that will come to you through the membership. I know Wes and the PGA team are working on that. They'll probably be sometime towards the end of next week, and then you'll be able to basically register to volunteer. Okay, so you do not need to fill out the generic volunteer registration form that has already gone out to the public.
I have a question. Some of the neighbors helped Cobblestone when we had the senior one. Now, do they register after they still need people from Cobblestone, or what? I was asked, what should they do now? Because they were like fillers, because Cobblestone
register on the volunteer registry form and at least get into the registry. And then once we get going on staffing the volunteers for the whole marshaling, they can pull them off the list where needed. The whole volunteer model is gotten a big facelift from the PGA. They still need almost 3,000 of them, but that's less than there used to be, just because technology has allowed the PGA to be a little bit more efficient. But you guys are definitely marshaling the second hole, which is a great get for your club.
Was your question about somebody that volunteered for the senior?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they were notified, I believe, Monday. Anybody who volunteered for the senior got an email Monday that if they wanted to re-volunteer again for 23.
But they should fill out that registry. I understand that when it comes
If
to
they want, they should register through that.
But it won't, they'll just get pulled to the cobblestone if we need them. Is that the deal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've gotten a lot of questions about like friends and family for volunteering. And based on the response that I've received, not only from the people in this room, but just in general who couldn't be here tonight, we should be full from cobblestone members to handle number 2.
How many do they have?
72. Right, 72 is our number basically handled.
72, because our 72 was for the senior, but we didn't have, the grandstand or anything. The last regular one, we had like 100. But still, 100 would not be a problem.
Wes, do you know what the volunteer requirement is on a second hole for this one?
The letter I got said
Big Neil's
72. If it said 72, then it's 72.
72 sounds
with
low.
everyone working, but remember, the technology's improved dramatically since the 13
All right.
where
Well,
you're gonna have.
They don't have as many
Yeah, so
spots.
basically, you have each volunteer working
Yeah.
3 or 4 shifts with 3 hole captains. Kind of
Then-
working the schedule.
Then we'll definitely use up members.
Yes,
I mean, we
yeah.
won't be going outside.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of requests, friends and family, so my suggestion is to tell them to get into the volunteer pool as soon as possible, and then if we do fall short, which I don't think we will, we'll go that direction.
That volunteer registrant pool will be way over subscribed.
Yeah.
That I can guarantee you.
It's almost full now.
Yeah.
One of the other things we said for the seniors was if you volunteered for the seniors and you're a member, you're guaranteed a spot. So if we oversubscribe, whoever volunteered for the seniors, is in, and then if there's more than too many, then we do a
Okay.
lottery or something.
I haven't
don't
got
know.
that communication yet, but
But
I'm sure.
that's what we told people, because we had trouble getting people to fill it. So we said, anybody who,
I will, I'll send all the information on the whole marshaling to the membership. I was kind of waiting for this meeting tonight, and then I'll get all the info as that is.
The other thing I'll say just about the corporate hospitality stuff, in the past, I know people have purchased tickets to the Wanamaker tent, or they tried to get clubhouse tickets for the week and kind of tried to do their entertainment through that way. There is no Wanamaker tent at this coming championship, and at this point, it doesn't look like there's going to be any clubhouse tickets made available for public sale. So this really is, Club PGA really is your pathway for an elevated on-ground experience.
So what do we have to, when we sign up, what is the cost of the marshal for the clothes that we get?
You'll hear more about the volunteer details, I think.
For the volunteers, it's $250.
$250. All right.
And you want
I
to
didn't know
know
what
what
you
you
said.
get? I think you get two shirts, you get a rain shirt, a cap, a water bottle, and I guess some
food vouchers.
food vouchers. They really held the price. That is the deal, the best deal going. You get to watch the golf for the week for $250, and you get to be inside the ropes as a marshal.
Phil, you want to say anything about the number of tickets, or people that have gone to see the system so far, for 7,000?
Oh yeah, so many of you may have seen sort of the PGA is requiring everyone to register their name and email address for anyone that's going to have an interest in buying tickets to the championship. They have to go through a PGA registry. We already have over 70,000 registrants for those tickets. So we will, well in advance of the championship, there will be days of the championship that will be sold out long before the tournament. And again, it's one of the reasons why we're trying to come to some of our partner clubs and just kind of help get people out in front of, so they're not in a situation where you don't get what you want or you're interested in. So you need to get registered if you are interested in potentially buying tickets, grounds tickets to the championship. You need to get registered with the PGA, and we can send that registry link out as well. You guys as a club